Well, now that the KZ400 is done, and I just need to take it to the CHP to get its VIN verified so I can get a plate on it. This is the new project. It's a 1994 Yamaha, what is it? 600. Fuck. FZR600. God, I'm stupid. So yeah, here's the plan with this. I got this bike for $1,000. Runs really well. So we can get it started. Choke. Runs. So what I want to do is I want to just restore this thing back to its former glory. I don't want to Street Fighter it. I don't want to do any other crap. I want to get this thing back to normal. So it's a purely cosmetic restoration. There really is nothing mechanical wrong with it. There's nothing suspension, like everything is there and it works well. The issues are obviously cosmetic. I might put a solo seat on there and obviously remove this stupid thing. Might fiberglass a solo seat. That'd be cool because I never ride two up anyway, so it's like whatever. The hard part is going to be sourcing the side panels. This is going to be very hard to do. Like it's rough, right? Because if you look up like Honda F3s and F2 CBRs on eBay, there's a multitude of Chinese fairings for cheap, for super cheap, and they're only like $400 for a full fairing set. And it's like there's certain bikes where the Chinese just came in and like supplied aftermarket fairings for it. This isn't one of them. So this is what makes it a little harder. So the really difficult part here is going to be not so much finding them, because there are used side covers or side fairings that are out there, and it's not too difficult to find those, but in this color scheme, unobtainium, very hard. So with push comes to shove, I'm just gonna have to try and replicate the graphics myself, just with paint and tape, and God knows how that's gonna work out. Probably not very well. It's missing a mirror, obviously, and I just picked up another one of those on eBay for $8, and I'm just gonna paint them white because I think that those were supposed to be white. Yeah. What I was able to find, because I need to repair this front cowling, there's a chunk missing out of here. This is in a few pieces, that needs to be repaired. This needs to be repaired. A new cowling, oh yeah, and like it's kind of like cut off on both ends up here. So I gotta think about that. Now, a new front cowling for this bike is like 200, or like a good used one is like $200. I'm gonna try my best to try and repair it. I was actually able to find replacement graphics here, like in this color. So it doesn't really matter what front cowling I get. I can just paint it white and slap that stuff on there and I'll be good to go. So if I feel like I get a little bit bored or like I just don't want to deal with it, I can always just get another one of these in any color and just, slap it on there. Just mechanical things like like stupid little stuff like the throttle sticks. You can obviously repair that really quick. One of these lights doesn't turn on, even when it's high beam. The one doesn't turn on, so it might be a bad bulb, might be something with the wiring. But being that the guy who sold it to me is just like his commuter bike, I'm more leaning. He didn't do anything to it. I'm more leaning towards that. It's a burnout bulb, and it's not that big a deal. Fork seals are looking pretty cracked and gross, but they're not leaking yet, so I might just leave them alone for now. The exhaust is stock. So I kind of want to change that. I know I can get a full Yoshimura exhaust, like not just the muffler, but a full exhaust for like, I don't know, $150, $200. That's not too bad. But then I have to rejet it, which again is not any, like as you guys have seen, is not anything that I can't do. but it's just something like, do I want to? So I might just throw a can on there and just leave it, because you don't really need to rejet when you throw a can on there. You shouldn't have to. At the very least, to just, like, you know, mess with the air fuel mixture a little bit. But yeah, this thing definitely had a right side accident. You know, this was repaired by the previous owner. This was all screwed up, and he put a new one on there and, like, liberally applied the sealing grease to it, but it doesn't leak or anything like that. Surprisingly, even though it had a fall, this clutch cover is in really good shape, so that's nice. But you know, you can tell because the right side is missing. There's obviously that damage there. You know, there's some what looks like fall damage here on the bar ends. So, you know, it's missing a few little things. You know, like the brake covers there. Let's get another one of those. And that's about it. I mean, there's some cosmetic damage back here that, you know, kind of comes with the territory. I'm less concerned about this right now. That will come later. It is easier to source this part than it is the actual, you know, side panels. So I'm not too concerned with it. But yeah, runs well, rides well. Steering's a little heavy, but I think that, like, heavy at low speeds, but I think that's kind of just how the bike is, because you got to keep in mind it's a 94, so it's coming on in age. And it's definitely not a new FZR600 that's, like, light as shit and powerful. So, but I got it because I wanted something 90s. I wanted something, you know, sort of new retro. And I'm gonna have fun with this, man. And of course, I will document the whole thing. But that's basically how it is. I'm gonna take my time with it, and the nice thing about this one is I can ride it while I work on it. So I'll be able to enjoy this, albeit slightly embarrassed riding something not finished around, but, you know, whatever. It's not my fault it looks like this, it's the previous owner, but it will be my fault when it looks awesome.